Pappy Owl, let's talk it now. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy Owl, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee.
Recorded at Flipside Theater in Superior, Colorado, this is Pappy Hour with your hosts, Lucas Budde and Eric Thompson.
It's Pappy Hour.
It's Pappy Hour. All right. So,
special episode.
Special episode alert, you guys. Dads step up. That's what they do. Okay. Somebody had to reschedule. We didn't panic. No, we didn't.
We called Dad.
We just called Dad. Literally, my dad.
Yes,
Kenny Budde. Kenneth Eugene Budde. And you know what? I'm just going to say his middle name. It's great. Because our dads share the same.
Lester Eugene Thompson, man.
Just found that out. This was a great conversation. We went to a couple of different places. We found out a little bit of background.
Yeah.
Maybe this gives you guys a little bit of insight into who I am and where my sense of humor comes from. Eric.
Yeah. One thing that I loved was he painted this beautiful picture because now he's also a grandpappy.
Yeah.
And talked about a couch. Just a simple furniture item, and how the entire family can be on that couch, even if they're not there. He's got that picture in his head, and sees every single buddy. So
every
it's all
single
groovy.
buddy, and Lee, and Oding, and all of the other kids too. So this was really special. When you guys enjoy another Pappy Hour,
welcome to Pappy Hour. You're on, man. Thank you so much for being here, Ken.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. I call you Dad. What do you want Eric to call you? Kenny, Ken? He's going to call you Ken. Is that okay?
Or Keb?
Keb?
What's the name?
Kenny's better, or Dad.
Kenny. Oh, I might even call you Dad too.
Dad is Dad to a lot of people.
If I'm not a dad, I'm a pawpaw.
That's it.
There we go.
That's it.
There we go. Well, before you became a pawpaw, you became a dad. And as you know, Dad, we start off always like trying to. I've heard this story a couple of times, but share with us what it was like for you. Who were you before you became a dad?
I was one wild and arrogant and self-centered jerk.
Outstanding. Like all of us good dads.
Yeah. Sounds like you were a young person.
You were a young person. That's what it was. Outstanding.
There wasn't anything I wouldn't try.
Yeah.
Or anything I didn't think I couldn't do.
Nice.
Or anything I didn't think I was better than everybody else. And, of course, wrong in that way. But, that's called life. You had to find out the hard way.
That's 100%. True. And what year?
Boys are that way.
The boys are that way. This was a long time ago, Dad. You've been a dad for a while. So this was in the 70s you became a dad?
Yes, 76, 77.
So you were 18 years old?
It was when I met Marie for the first time. She was almost 6 months old.
Nice.
My oldest daughter.
Wow.
Oldest child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what was it like back then? What was going on in your world back then?
Well, I was supposed to be going to junior college.
Okay.
And I expressed the supposed to be.
Yes.
I was enrolled, but when I just had a narrow mind, and when I got the cash from my student loan,
yes,
I was working at a department store as a stock boy, and
working hard. What kind of hours were you working back then?
From 3 till about 9.
Okay.
Wow.
So cash is coming in. That sometimes plays right into the hands of selfish, arrogant, and can do anything. I remember.
Well, it was pay the rent and party.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, your priorities were in order.
Yes,
not necessarily
totally
in order, but that's great.
Funny.
It was. I found out. Is this going to be aired somewhere?
This is going to be aired somewhere, so I would look over at Mom before you say some things.
Well, I found out my biggest concern back then was getting myself fulfilled.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
if you know what I mean.
There, this. Here's the thing. This podcast does have an explicit rating on all the podcast forums, so you can use whatever words you want.
Yes.
The audience won't mind, but again, check in with mom.
Speaking in innuendos is just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't approve of how I was. I'm just telling you the truth.
Yep.
Anyway, and high school girls were impressed with college boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether we really went to college or not.
College age boys, but yes.
College age
I
boys,
got a student loan. You want to go out to dinner? So yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Wow.
that's
then you
what
met.
I was doing.
So then you met Marie, and this is a really interesting story. I know I've heard it a couple times, but share with us. It was a different time back then because you basically were just like, I am your dad now, to the courthouse, and they said, okay, great.
Yep. I mean, and that's how it was. There was no. Her mother had made a mistake. Doing things that kids do, not a mistake.
Sure.
I don't call Marie a mistake, but
she made a choice. She made a choice.
She made a choice, and but they did not have a father listed on the birth certificate. So, like I said, I fell in love with Marie when I put her in my arms the first time, and I became her daddy. Yeah. And I found out and I didn't have a pot to pee in, so. All you had to do is go into the courthouse and sign a piece of paper, and it didn't cost anything.
Right.
And I was her dad.
You got it.
Yeah. And then you just never stopped. Go ahead.
You adopted her that way. Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm as an adopted kid myself. It was very different for my own parents. But yes, when you meet a young woman who already has that kid, they're like, oh, good. We've got a nuclear family now. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was excited. I don't even know what anybody else ever said. I didn't care.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing, the power of holding a little one and just that amazing love, right?
Yes.
Gosh.
Immediate.
Great.
And then you never stopped having kids.
Well, yeah.
You just kept having kids. You were like, this is great. I want to do this again.
Some more. Yeah.
Let's do some more.
Yeah.
And so then you had 6 more kids after that?
7 more.
7 more.
7 more.
I lose track of them sometimes.
Good math, Lucas.
I'm counting TW.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yes, of course.
Right.
Yeah. So you had a bunch more kids, and then so you had a lot more life experience as a dad. But before we get to that, what your first kid that like meeting Marie for the first time, you fell in love, you went over and signed the documents, but then came Wendy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this was the first kid that you was like part of you was like a little piece of you was running around in the world.
Yeah.
And tell us that story of like what it was like going to the hospital and meeting her for the first time and hearing her voice for the first time. What did that feel like? Was it scary? Was it exciting? What was that experience
and
like?
were you allowed to be in the birthing room?
Oh,
I know
yeah.
a lot of things changed in different times of our history. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this was the first time in history that the husbands were allowed.
Okay.
This is
Wow.
allowed in the delivery room.
Fantastic.
This was the first era. I don't know how long but it had just started basically.
Yeah.
And I was able to be in there, and it was exciting.
Yeah.
I got to hold her right off the first time.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I don't know how to explain it other than someone who's been there and has felt it before. You know, the minute they appear, you're in love.
You are. And that is, I think that is universal. I mean, everybody that we've been chatting to on this cast, and that is the absolute experience, right? It doesn't matter if it's boy or girl. It's all of a sudden this child's in your arm, and boy, that just is stunning.
Yeah. I mean, and all else goes away.
Yeah.
You don't give anything else another thought. You don't,
right.
you know, you don't think of what's going on down the road. It's all in that moment right then.
Yeah, it kind of shrinks your world a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
everything comes into focus when those kids get here, and things that seemed big become small, and some things that seem small become big as well.
Mm-hmm.
And did you find yourself, I think we all agreed when we were young, that arrogance, that self-centered, that selfish. Did Marie, holding her the first time, did that begin to change how you?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Right then, okay. Just sometimes I can remember going, okay, I'm changing, but then every now and then there's like, I'm going to have a moment of utter selfishness right now.
Well,
but,
I think a lot of times we all go forward a little bit, and come back a little bit. We
2 steps forward, and
3 steps back. Yeah. Sometimes
It takes time to.
Yeah,
it
exactly.
takes time to grow up.
Yes,
It does.
it does. Yeah.
And some of us, it takes a long time.
I'm still working on
Yeah,
it.
but I haven't mastered this skill yet, but we're working.
I think
on
we're
it.
all still working on it. Yeah.
And I'm almost 70 years old.
Oh man,
You're crushing it, Dad. Oh my gosh. Listen, I just want to. I guess I want to share a little bit, since this is, for those of you who haven't picked up that I've been calling him Dad the whole time. This is a very special episode because this is my dad that we have on the phone here, and I just want to say, like, growing up, and you'll hear Dad because I'm sure you listen. I know you listen to the podcast because you call me every week and ask for a new link to the podcast. So, so I know you're listening to it. So thank you for that. But as you'll hear on here, like, we do talk about like how our own dads affect our decisions and who we become as adults. And I don't want you to share any more than what you're interested in sharing, but I will share this about you, is that time has given me perspective, be able to look back that the times when you were really hard on me, when I look at the bigger picture of like what you guys were dealing with at that time. You had a lot of challenges that you were going through. So maybe you could speak to some of the dads listening, some lessons that you learned from those challenges that you went through.
Well, first of all, I cannot say anything without saying this.
Please say.
And I should have done this. I got saved and put Jesus in my life first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With putting him in my life first, put my perspective on not on me, and that's how we had to learn that it's not all about me.
Yeah.
It's about serving him and what makes, and he is the ultimate example. God is the ultimate example of what it is to be a father. And then we work on that. Now, I wish I could just take a paintbrush, dip it in, and brush it on, and then be over. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's how that's the biggest thing is learning how to love unconditionally, learning how to love patiently,
Yeah.
learning how to love sternly, because there's times where sometimes we have to pay consequences for the things that we do.
Yes.
And go from there. And the father has to stand by that. And even though he wants to not allow you to suffer, still has to sit there and watch you go through it and then back you up, when it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's well said. That is well stated. How was your relationship with your own father? What were some of the things that he either gave you or anything that you felt like, ooh, I want to change that cycle in my being a dad?
Well, he was hardworking but unfeeling.
Okay.
He lived his whole life concerned about himself.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he didn't care about others.
Sure.
But it was all about him and what he wanted to do. And that's just the way it was. He, like I say though, but he was hardworking. It was demanded that you be a hard worker.
Right.
That you stay focused on that.
Yeah. And so what did you take away from that? Like, how did that affect you? And like, did it make you want to do things differently? And what's that journey been like for you since you became a father yourself, knowing that your relationship with your own dad was that of someone who was unfeeling, someone who didn't really have conversations about their feelings. What was that journey?
Well, I attempted to.
Yeah.
I have attempted to over the years talk things over with my sons and my wife, and I've not always succeeded in doing it correctly.
But I don't think you have to do it
learning.
correctly, right? It's just about doing it and repetition. Honestly, you do a great job. If anything, I could just take more of it. Like,
Right.
let's have more of those conversations, because the more you do it, the easier it gets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
That's
great
true.
sharing that. I appreciate that, and hearing both you guys talking about that. And as our listeners, I mean, obviously, are just like, all right, this is dad and son, and the son also is a dad. So we know what that feeling is like of loving unconditionally, and we don't always pull off everything the way we always intended to. But yeah, there's always time to make sure you are checking in and yeah, sometimes you got to share things that were challenging or that you remember, and then you talk past it, and you really do recognize that love is so genuine.
Yeah. Now, you are not only a pappy dad, but you are a grandpappy.
Mm-hmm.
So can you speak to the difference between meeting your kid for the first time and your very first grandkid? We're going to have Truman on in a couple of weeks, and so I'm sure he's going to talk about Michaela, but your very first... was she your very first grandkid? But anyway, let's talk about becoming a grandpappy.
Well, there again, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
It is a total envelope of new love all the way around, unconditional. And there again, like I say, that has nothing to do with blood. That's relationship right there.
Yeah.
Then there's Peyton, who's older than Michaela.
Right. That's right.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend time with her, but that goes on me, not on anybody else. That's my mistakes.
You're good.
But anyway.
So you have a ton of grandkids. I mean, I'm glad that so many of our phones have wide angle lenses, because I don't think we'd be able to fit all of the family in these photos when we all get together. So talk about like how that fills your heart, and what's the good, what's the bad, what are the things that you love about being a dad and a grandfather, and maybe some fun stories, and then we can get into the challenges after that. But what do you love about being a grandpappy?
Well, I love it when all my grandkids and all my children are here.
Yeah.
And they're all getting along.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, that they all get along, and that everybody's sharing with each other, and they're playing with each other, and they're talking peaceably with each other, and they're loving on each other. I had too many times growing up where, every family dinner was, well, I wonder who's going to get mad about this one, who's going to get, and I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want that. And we have more success than we have failures.
Yeah, that's great.
There's life that goes on, and sometimes that happens. But it's not near as bad as nothing like when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Nothing about like my family. So, I love it.
So I'm hearing you say that like getting all of them together in the same room. I've heard you say this several times, that like there's something about just sitting on the porch and watching your kids play that you could just do for forever.
Well, it's just like this couch that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
This when you come in the house, when you walk in the door, to your right, I'm sorry, is a long gray couch that everybody sits in and stands behind, or sits in front of, and you get almost 30 people
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
And that's the photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's but I look at that couch. When I look at that couch from this perspective, I see that picture, whether they're there or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's always in my mind. And then out in the front yard is hearing the hoops and the hollers and the laughter and the giggles and see the balls pass in front of over the top and back and forth.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
people doing this and doing that.
And
Having a great time.
Exactly. I love what you said, envelope of love. And really, you put that envelope and you can put that picture of the couch in that envelope and you constantly send it around, right? I mean, that envelope of love is sent throughout the country where your whole family is, and then once in a while it all mails back, and all that mail is right in front of you on the floor or on the couch or throwing the balls around. That's a fantastic picture.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest thing about and then this goes into all y'all living all over everywhere in the country. Mm-hmm. When I was growing up, brothers and sisters didn't get along, and my dad would constantly say, "You guys need to get along now because when you get older, you're going to be spread all over the United States. You're not going to be able to see one another," and that's a curse.
Right.
There's more power in just the father saying that than people know.
Right.
And I purposely have never said that. My children have moved away. Like Luke lives in Colorado. Mm-hmm. Jordan lives in Tennessee. And Tim's in Illinois. Wendy's in Florida.
Yeah.
But in our hearts, it's not like being separated because of anger. We couldn't stand to live each other. It's life itself took us to that point.
Sure.
So the feeling is not there.
Sure.
So it's still family. So we still get together and have a wonderful, I know I do. I mean, I can't judge for everybody else. I hope they do.
No, we still, listen, that we have definitely gone through ups and downs as we go through the growth process and the journey of our lives. But I would say that right now, I feel like my relationship with my siblings is as good as it's ever been. We talk a good bit. We're on text threads. I do mute the text threads sometimes because it's a lot. Yeah. But we aim to get together. We, holidays, we call and check in on each other. And that's a testament to like you and Mom and the work that you guys did, and also like us doing our own work. But you guys have been constant for us.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, what are some lessons that you maybe have your kids ever taught you a lesson?
Patience.
There you go.
How did we teach you patience, Dad?
By waiting on you all to grow up.
Oh, all right. Burn. Okay.
Yeah. That's the truth.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think about that with Stella. She is only 17 months old right now, but she tries my patience even now, just like she loves the word no now. She wants to walk on her own because she just started walking, and just she'll try to do things sometimes. And from my perspective, it's like, this is the hardest possible way you could do this.
Right.
And I also don't want to help you unless you want help. So yeah, watching your kids grow up can be, Eric, your kids are in their 20s now. I was
going to say, now that my kids are grown, it is interesting. I love that they do enjoy coming back home, which is a blessing, but it is not a given that they're going to stay in Colorado. And it is a piece of where you're going, that patience of watching them grow up and going, okay, they finally did it. Whoa, they also may strive to get out, and there will be that miss, but I think the relationships are strong, that we'll always be in contact, and I think they recognize that this is a very warm place to come back to. So,
yeah. Have you had a chance to look up that dad joke yet?
No.
Dang it. Oh, dang it. Well, sadly, we won't get another dad joke for this episode, but
when it comes to you, though, ring it out, and we'll make sure to post it on all of our social media.
Yeah, we'll even put a spot. Here's Dad's dad joke.
You got it. Yeah,
There you go.
And then we'll just edit it in.
You got it.
I'll get it from you later.
Okay.
Dad, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to take the phone call and have a conversation, and also say that, like, you do take the time, and now that you have a little bit more time, it's really great to have conversations with you where we can really just talk about anything. I do feel like that I can talk to you about most things, so I appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much. That's an honor.
And Kenny, I've got to say thank you. And basically what you did today was show up like a dad does. We had an individual scheduled that couldn't come in this morning to the flip side, and you stepped up like a dad and said, "I'm here for you. Let's do this." So Pappy Hour continues because of you. So I very much appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Yeah. It's an honor.
Great.
All right. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You do the same.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too.
Bye.
You only get one spin around this rock. You only have so many days until it stops. And how you show up for your kids, well, that's your superpower. You might not know it now, but this is your Pappy Hour. Pappy Hour, let's talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy Hour, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee. Pull up a chair, it's time for Pappy